Haley Martin, and I'm a historian at the National World War II Museum.
And I'm Joshua Schick. I'm a curator at the National World War II Museum.
And we're here today in the Road to Tokyo gallery at the museum to wish the U.S. Navy a happy 245th birthday.
The Navy's come a long way in the last 245 years, from its humble beginnings with a single ship in 1775 to the global force that it is today.
This year, as the Navy commemorates its 245th birthday, they're celebrating Victory at Sea, marking the successful campaign in the Pacific Theater and the 75th anniversary of the end of the war.
As we wish the Navy a happy birthday, we want to reflect on how the World War II Museum tells a story of this victorious force that finally rested at peaceful anchor in October 1945.
The Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor brought America into World War II and put the U.S. Navy at the forefront of the fight in the Pacific. Over the course of the morning of December 7, 1941, the Navy and the country were changed forever. Among the ships damaged or sunk at Pearl, the most famous became the USS Arizona after it suffered a magazine explosion at the hands of a Japanese armor-piercing bomb. Remember Pearl Harbor quickly became the rallying cry for a nation at war.
Over the next 4 years, the comparatively small fleet of 790 ships, which entered the war in December 1941, grew into a formidable force of over 6,700 vessels by August 1945. The war in the Pacific brought many challenges to the Navy, who had to engage a determined enemy while fighting far from home. Rising to the challenge, the U.S. Navy expanded on developing technologies such as naval aviation, the submarine service, advanced bases, and amphibious doctrine.
Naval aviation, profiting from a cadre of pre-war officers and enlisted men, benefited from the employment of tactics and lessons learned to dominate the then most powerful carrier force in the world, permanently blunting the offensive capabilities of the Imperial Japanese Navy. The U.S. Navy won major fleet actions against the Japanese at Coral Sea, Midway, and the Marianas.
From great heights to great depths, U.S. Navy submarines began to patrol the seas, departing Pearl Harbor as soon as the war began. Conducting war patrols ranging from Australia to the Japanese home islands, this U.S. submarine force doubled in size over the course of the war, as these submarines succeeded in drastically reducing the number of Japanese merchant marine and naval vessels.
Important to the drive across the Pacific were islands, and key to taking and holding those islands were the United States Marine Corps and the Fleet Service Force. Once conquered by Marine and Army forces, islands were made into bases by CB units, which built everything from barracks to airstrips. As the islands grew into fully functional Navy and Marine Corps bases, they were continuously supplied by ships of the Fleet Service Force.
In addition to ships and doctrine, the road to Tokyo required sailors. Over the course of the war, the Navy expanded from a peacetime force, 337,349 officers and enlisted men, to a force of over 3.5 million men and women from all over the United States who, armed with honor, courage, and commitment, sacrificed their own interests to achieve victory at sea in World War II. From all of us at the National World War II Museum, we wish the U.S. Navy a happy birthday.
Happy birthday!